There's huge moments ahead on Coronation Street, including a goodbye, an assault and a special episode, as well as a return and even a death twist. Spoilers have revealed all kinds of chaos ahead on the ITV soap. One character prepares to say goodbye next week for good just as another character returns. One resident is left suffering a panic attack, and soon all becomes clear in a special episodes showing their point of view of events that day. It comes amid the soap confirming a special hour-long episode for Asha that sees her become the victim of a racially motivated attack. Around this we see plenty more scenes that tease worrying twists, bombshell discoveries and dodgy dealings aplenty. The key plot next week is the special episode focusing on Asha, told in two halves. The first half of the episode pans out amid her twin brother Oddie Allahan preparing to leave the street for good, while paramedic Asha has just had a rather stressful shift with us not knowing what has happened at first. So when Asha flees the pub where Oddie has just declared he's headed for a fresh start in India, sharing an emotional hug with his father Dev and sister Asha, it's clear something is going on. We learn it isn't just her heartbreak over Oddie leaving, and soon we see the full day from her perspective. We find out what has led to her panic attack, as flashbacks confirm there was a death while she was on duty, as well as her having to care for an injured elderly lady. But the most horrific moment of all sees a racist attack aimed at Asha as she's trying to do her job. Back to present time, and Asha is comforted by Gemma Winter as she struggles to breathe, with Gemma believing it's about Oddie leaving. Later we see Oddie find his distraught sister and he senses something isn't right. Asha finds the courage to open up about the day to her brother, only for Dev to arrive and halt this. An emotional Asha then records a voice note for her brother telling him she wants him to stay, but it's not revealed whether she sends it or not. As the week goes on, our looming exit only increases her struggles, as she says her goodbyes. When she prepares for her next shift, things take a sinister turn when she is called to a car accident, and as she arrives she recognizes the car as Oddie's. Spoilers don't reveal what happens next, but has something happened to her sibling? Meanwhile, back at the shop, Brody's row with a customer leaves Asha losing her temper and screaming at him, landing her in trouble with colleague Sienna. Asha falls apart, unable to open up about what's happened until Detective Lisa Swain offers her a shoulder to cry on. Asha finally shares the horrifying ordeal she faced, all about the verbal abuse and the assault. Lisa is disgusted and urges her to report the incident to her manager. Asha continues to fall apart as the week comes to an end, calling in sick only to be caught out by Sienna, but will she reveal what's going on? As for Brody, he lands in hot water with Dev after stealing drinks at Ardis' leaving party. When the news reaches Tim Metcalf, who has been caring for Brody's younger sisters after their parents Mick and Lou were both sent to prison, he realizes Brody needs him and his wife Sally now more than ever, especially after some news about Journey. Also next week, Tracy Barlow has Abby Franklin and Carl Webster where she wants them after rumbling their affair, leading the secret couple to plan an exit. With Carl not being given shifts at the garage, he's soon offered some work in secret by a struggling Tyrone Dobbs. But Carl's forced to intervene when he spots two lads threatening Brody and demanding payment for stealing a car. Carl sends them packing whilst Brody's left shaken about the whole thing. He's got even bigger problems though when Tracy shows up to his hotel room and is secretly recording on her phone. Back at the garage, Dee Dee Bailey's new flame Ollie tells Tyrone how he's facing charges of dangerous driving, but he claims it was his brakes not working. Tyrone agrees to check the car over, and soon Carl realizes there could be more to it due to a discovery about its last mow. As a result, Carl tells Brody from now on they'll cut out the middlemen and steal the cars themselves, but will they be caught? Another big twist next week sees Daisy Midgley's mother Christina Boyd heading back to the cobbles with news of a death. Christina approaches Undertaker George Shuttleworth and claims that her partner, and fellow scammer, Dom has died. Fans will have seen Dom on screen earlier this year with him fleeing after trying to scam Jenny Connor. Jenny spots Christina and is quick to share she thinks she's after George's money. So when she heads to the Undertaker's and spots Christina with George, she claims aloud that Dom is still alive and she's making it all up. In front of them is Dom's coffin, and to prove her theory, she rips the lid off, but will she be proven right or wrong as Christina watches on in horror? Finally next week, Theo Silverton continues to lash out and begins controlling partner Todd Grimshaw. Theo tries to stop Todd attending birthday drinks for his late friend Paul Foreman, knowing his ex Billy Mayhew will be there. Clearly jealous, Theo decides to emotionally blackmail Todd into staying home, feigning worry for his children. Later in the week Theo panics when he bumps into Noah, but he resists having a go out of fear he will lose access to his children. Later on, Todd and Billy are appalled to see Noah and Theo's son Miles handing out leaflets on the street with Billy trying to get through to the teenager. He tells him he's being brainwashed by some bad people and he needs to stop lashing out those who genuinely care about him. Theo doesn't like his interference though, especially when Miles turns up at a party for summer. Back at home things turn worrying yet again when Theo asserts he doesn't want Todd seeing Billy at all anymore, and says he has to choose between them. But will Todd be forced to pick, and what will Billy say? Finally next week, Maria Connor is still convinced her husband Gary Windus was behind Noah's recent attack, but Gary refuses to confirm. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.